What is hypnosis? Hypnosis is basically a therapy technique where we go to your subconscious part of the mind and we try to find out the root of the problem that you're facing. So, hypnosis is something which is as easy and as simple as falling asleep and waking up in a dream, right? So it is a tool, it's a therapy tool which helps you go to the depths of your mind, and try to figure out the root of the problem. Hypnosis, whatever you see in a state of hypnosis, or what we call as a state of trance, is very, very real. And it's a very real experience for you, for the person who's going through the session, who's in the trance. And it is not something that you're imagining. My point is, why will you imagine and cheat yourself? You are there for a particular reason. You're using this technique for a particular reason, and you will not want to cheat yourself out of that reason, right? So those of you who say, oh, it's all imagination, it is not. It is very real. What you see when you're in a state of trance is a very real experience for you, but the images that you see might have a little bit of imagination that your mind mixes it. There are certain aspects, certain bits of truth that it has to give, but in the raw form you will not be able to understand or accept it. So it kind of fills in the blanks with what you already know, which we call as imagination. So hypnosis is not an imagination. Hypnosis is a very real experience. The answers that you get from hypnosis are very, very real, are very true, provided you're it is entirely being facilitated or done by a well trained professional, right? You need to be careful where you go for a hypnosis session for. So that's on you, right? So it is a very real and a beautiful transformative experience. Mind has different layers to it, like when you cut through a cake, you have different layers of a cake, right? So when you're looking at a cake from the top, you just see the topping, you see the top layer. Similarly, when you look at the way your thought processes are, or the kind of emotions and feelings you're feeling, you're looking at only one tiny layer of your mind, which is called as the conscious part of your mind. Okay, it's like a tip of the iceberg. The rest of it, which you don't know, or you're not actually aware of, that is your subconscious and the unconscious part of the mind. See, every day you are climbing a particular staircase to reach to your office. You don't know how many steps are there, although you're climbing the same staircase every day, but there is one part of your mind which exactly records every single bit of information around you that is coming through all the five senses. So this part of the mind which records and which actually knows how many steps you are taking every day, that is your subconscious. You're not aware of it. And subconscious is very vast and it is very, very powerful. In fact, 90% of whatever behavior patterns you have, thought patterns you have, actions and reactions and responses you give as who you are, that is all coming from your subconscious, which has formed based on your experiences and learning. So in hypnosis, what we do is we go down to the subconscious part of the mind. We go down to that storehouse of information, to that storehouse of all these equations and this behavior explanations. From there, we try to find out what exactly is wrong or is faulty, and we fix it right over there. It's like you're going to the root of the problem and fixing it. Most of the other techniques that you might have come across in therapy does not really help you get into the deeper layers of mind and find the root issue. They are more on little superficial layers. So how hypnosis works is we ask you to relax. The professional puts you in a state of relaxation, a deep relaxation, where you enter into almost a dream state. Okay, you're not completely aware of your physical body and all that. You enter into almost a dream state and you have full control over yourself still. And in that dream state, you're able to access the subconscious part of the mind. That's a technique, that's a therapy technique which is done. So hypnosis is where you surpass the superficial layers, you go to the root of the issue, to the deeper layers of your mind, and you fix the issue. Hypnosis black magic. No, it is not. See, what you see in different videos and probably on the TV, it's all nonsense. Most of it is nonsense, okay? So, hypnosis is not somewhere where I can control you and make you do whatever it is that I want you to do. Hypnosis, like I have explained, it's a deep state of relaxation. Okay, I am not controlling you. I am not putting you in any kind of a uncomfortable spot, nothing like that. So it is not a gimmick. Okay, it is not some kind of a parlor trick. It is not black magic. It is not dangerous. I cannot force you to do something that you don't want to do. I cannot force out information from you. I mean, if that was the case, then hypnosis must have been widely used in the criminology studies, isn't it? Or forensic psychology, where you're trying to elicit information from criminals. It's not possible like that. Hypnosis is not forcing you to do something against your will. It is just putting you in a deeply relaxed state where I'm accessing the deeper levels or the deeper parts of your mind to get information, to get idea about why a particular problem is happening. And then we help you out. Okay, we are not controlling you, and it is definitely not black magic. What you probably think as black magic is very different, and hypnosis is very different. So hypnosis is a clinical tool of therapy. And I think one of the reasons people are having so many ideas, especially negative ideas about hypnosis, is the way they are going about it. You're going for an experience to a quack. You're going for an experience by a person who's not trained at all. Obviously, you will have a very questionable and a very bad experience. And you're going to label the entire profession because of that. It's like you want to get best treatment for yourself from a doctor, and you go to this quack who calls himself a doctor because he has a jazzy board. He gives you a wrong medication, and then you start telling all doctors are liars. It's like that. It's like that's how it works. All professions have people who pretend to be a professional and who give a bad name to the entire community. But I think it is your responsibility as a client or as a layman to do your necessary background check on a person and then go for a session there. Problems that can be sorted using hypnosis. Literally anything and everything. Starting with understanding, getting clarity about yourself. Like I said, hypnosis is a technique where we go into the deeper parts of your mind and understand why certain something is happening. So it is a beautiful and an easy way to get a lot of clarity about why you're behaving the way you're behaving. And another thing, a lot of other aspects where hypnosis helps you is in habit formation, breaking of habits. You might have nail biting, you might be scared of heights. So, any kind of fears, phobias, behavior patterns, thought patterns that you have, trying to stop it or trying to alter those patterns, trying to alter that habit and behavior, all that can be dealt with hypnosis. Hypnosis is also very good to help you release or relieve yourself of the stress or of strain or even of trauma. A lot of clients come to me with trauma and fears and phobias, anxiety. So hypnosis is a beautiful tool. Depends on the specialization of the practitioner. Whoever is the trained hypnosis practitioner, based on their specialization, they tend to use this tool. So it can be applied and used in a variety of ways. What is self hypnosis? Self hypnosis is basically where you take yourself into a deeper, relaxed state of mind, and you plant suggestions or you tell yourself what you want to happen, like maybe changing of habit or trying to develop new thought patterns or attitude changes. So it is something that you do it to yourself by yourself, and this is not something that you just learn it from online and it starts happening. No, you need to be trained by a professional who teaches you how self hypnosis happens, and it's a very nice self help technique which will give you fantastic results. So self hypnosis is where you put yourself in a state of absolute relaxation and trance, and you give yourself suggestions about whatever it is that you want to alter or change in your life. You can read our testimonial stories of a lot of our students who have used self hypnosis for various things, starting from attitude change to weight management to performance to relieving themselves of certain phobias, anxieties, and fears. So it's very nice. You should really go through our testimonials. What happens if you're in a hypnosis trance and if I just walk out of the session? Nothing happens. So you will not be lost anywhere. You will not be lost in a past life or wherever, if you're probably going on a age regression where I'm taking you back in time when you were a kid, you will not be lost there, as in you will not be stuck there. What happens is if you're in a hypnotic trance and some kind of a problem happens, or if on purpose, let's say, and people walk out of the session, the therapist walks out of the session, you're still in trance, nothing happens. You just go into a state of deep sleep. 2 3 hours of solid sleep you will have, and you'll come back. You're not going to be lost anywhere. So any kind of fantasy or scientific movies that you've seen where people get hypnotized and they're lost in some other world, no, that is not what it is in reality. So hypnosis is not where you get lost. You don't get lost. You just go into a very deep sleep, if at all there is anything that happens, and then you come back refreshed. To remember everything that happens in a suggestion depends. So sometimes this entire aspect that the person has explored will be very difficult or traumatic for them, so the mind chooses not to remember it. So if you feel that you might forget or you might have amnesia of the session, then you can tell your therapist that you want to remember everything in the session that has happened in the session. So during the state of trance, just before bringing you back, from a state of relaxation to whatever it is in our waking reality, there is a suggestion that is given to your mind saying that you will remember everything, and when you come back you will have complete memory of it. Normally you will not forget, especially something which is very personal, very transformative for you. You don't tend to forget, but there are chances that if there is a lot of emotional charge that is involved in that particular aspect, especially when there is some kind of a trauma that is involved, the mind chooses to forget. We don't want to remember negative things, so that way it is a process, or it is a self system that is already there in your mind, and you might choose to forget it. But if you tell your therapist you want to, come what may, remember everything, the therapist will make sure that you remember everything. What is PLR? PLR is past life regression. Okay, so we have a soul concept where it says that a soul travels through many lifetimes to learn something. So right now, whichever lifetime you're in, you're trying to recall a past lifetime. Okay, and understand if there is any kind of a problem, any kind of irritation or whatever it is that you've carried on with you from the past life to the present. So the entire therapy technique where the therapist helps you literally time travel inside your head, inside your mind, take you back to the time when you had a different identity, you had a different physical body, you lived in different circumstances, but maybe went through the same situation, or maybe that is the root of your problem in your present life. So they take you to that part of your soul's journey, and they sort out the trauma and they heal you and they bring you back. Okay, so PLR is past life regression. It is a therapy technique where you get to know about the details of a previous part of your soul's journey, and this clarity, or this knowing the details, will help you put your present life problem into the right perspective. It helps you get the right kind of answers and take things forward. That is what is PLR. Issues or problems can be understood using PLR therapy, or PLRT, like we call it, is understanding relationships. There are certain relationships where you feel logically there is one way in which you have to function, but something else is happening altogether. You're not able to understand why you're behaving in a particular way, or why somebody is treating in a particular way. It might be intense dislike, it might be some kind of a conflict, some kind of an emotional tug of war that you have. So to understand the relationships that you have, that is one area of focus that you can use, explore using PLR. Another one is what we call as unexplainable medical diagnosis. Some of us have, or you might have come across situations where you see medical conditions which are not explained, which cannot be explained by medicine, present, innovation and technology we have. It can be something like sudden eruption of psoriasis. Okay, there is no reason why it's happening. Suddenly, why you are having certain kind of headaches, body pains, body sores, although there is no logical reason that can be traced. So maybe the issue is one of your past lives. You might have gone through a certain trauma which has got triggered in the present life, and because of which you're having a medical condition. So inexplicable medical conditions can be explored using PLR. Okay, another important thing is lifestyle choices. There are certain choices that you make in your life, or there are certain things that you choose, certain decisions that you take. Understanding why you took those decisions, or what is the reason for you to behave in a particular way, to have a particular attitude, for that we can do PLR. So there are a lot of examples. I suggest that you go through our testimonial blog stories, and it will give you a fair idea for what all PLR can be used. And it's very beautiful and a revelating experience. You get a lot of clarity. You get what we call as connecting the dots. There'll be so many gaps in your understanding as it is. So when you do a PLR, you're able to fill in those gaps. You're able to give proper logical reasoning of why something is happening. So it gives you power to understand, to get clarity, to get answers, which will in turn help you take things forward in your present lifetime. Is LBL. LBL is called as life in between lives. So like I said, PLR is about a technique where we explore a soul's journey and one lifetime to another lifetime. So normally before a soul takes another form, okay, before it goes into another lifetime or into another life, there is a gap. You finish one lifetime, after death there is a little gap, and then comes the next second lifetime that starts. So what happens in that gap is, it is known that the soul, right, before it takes a next form, it sits and it discusses with its spiritual helpers, with its masters, angels and everything, regarding what it has already learned in the last lifetime, and what it wants to learn, how it wants to take things forward, what are the experiences it wants to have or it requires in the next lifetime. So that, what we call as brief, almost like a counseling session or a deciding session for the soul, that is called life in between lives. So exploring or taking your mind to that particular part of your journey, of your soul's journey, is called as life in between lives. Lives therapy technique is very beautiful and important for you to understand what exactly it is that you signed up for, what exactly it is that you agreed upon to experience, to learn in the present lifetime. Okay, so you might be going through a lot of different trials and irritations and obstacles. So maybe as a soul, before you got into this lifetime, there were certain decisions that you made. Maybe you said that I need to learn particular lessons for which I have to go through these obstacles. So when you go into an LBL session, it gives you clarity on what to expect in this lifetime, what to expect in different aspects of life, whether it comes to marriage, it comes to having a progeny, or the kind of career that you have, what your purpose is in this lifetime, basically is explored in LBL. Okay, so why do I have this kind of a situation? Why do I have parents like this? Why did this happen to me? Why did that happen to me? So many questions we have, right? So sometimes we get a very solid answer to these questions when we go and explore an LBL therapy session, life in between life session. Because before you got into this form of a human body, when you were in the soul form, you sat with your gurus, with your spiritual helpers and angels, and you decided what kind of a lifetime experience you want to have, right? It is like before you enter a college or a school, you sit with your family members and you discuss that this is the course I want to do, these are the challenges in this course, I'm going to learn this. Now that you're already in the course, you can't sit and keep yelling, oh, something is wrong, something is wrong, why am I in this course? It's like that, right? So you're already living what you have decided. We are taking you back in time mentally. We're helping you time travel to the time when you decided what you wanted. And once you explore that, you get clarity. You'll feel empowered to take on whatever the obstacles or the challenges are, and your life will become more smooth. Yeah, your attitude about life will change, quality of life will change, things will become more smoother for you to understand and take things forward. That's what LBL helps you with. For hypnosis or any other kind of therapy in hypnosis, you normally don't require more than 3 sessions. In fact, 90% of the times, the problem, whatever kind of a problem we are dealing with, is sorted out in the first session. Your therapist will ask you to come back for the second session to check how far you have progressed, or if there are new kind of challenges that have come up, because of the first session, and what to do next, and to get a feedback, to help you take things forward, to empower you, and better, to help you make better decisions, use the clarity, apply the knowledge. That is what happens in the second session. But normally 90% of the cases, first session itself we see fantastic results. Okay. And so all in all, if I have to give you an average, 2 to 3 sessions is probably the maximum number of sessions you will ever require for whatever problem that is that you're dealing with. And sometimes it so happens that one problem will have so many other connections, it's interwoven with other aspects. Then it is between you and your therapist on how you decide to take things forward. So but normally 2 sessions, 2 to 3 sessions is enough. How do you decide what kind of hypnosis therapy do you need? Do you need regular hypnosis, or do you need a life in between lives, or a past life regression, or an age regression, or any other therapy? Is basically you don't decide. Okay, you go to a hypnotherapist and you talk to them about whatever your issue is. Your hypnotherapist will help you navigate, will help you understand about what kind of a session you might require. So you don't take the pressure. Your job is to just go and discuss and tell what is it that you expect out of that session, and your therapist will tell you how to go about it.